there, and welcome to the 7th episode of Strategic Zoomcast. And this isn't Company of Heroes 2. No, this is Company of Heroes 1, the original. The most innovative RTS of, well, since 1992 when Westwood Studios released Dune 2. This game rewrote the playbook. It was brave, it was bold, and as I've already said, it was very innovative. The player in the south is Convuko. He is Wehrmacht. The player in the north, Pepsi, as the US. His build so far comprises of 2 engineers. He's gone straight for the barracks. And the map is Stursdorf, a map that's been very recently ported into Company of Heroes 2. And it's looking beautiful thanks to a few bits of trickery. I've gone it alone here and I've been messing around with... What's that bloody... Is it Corsair or something, where you open the .cga file and you find all the presets and stuff, and I've gotten it to work, the Strategic Zoomcast to work, possibly for an upcoming Company of Heroes 1 tournament that's rumoured maybe to be happening. No hard evidence on that yet. It's been a long week at the office. Today I worked from 9 until 8 because it's what's known as month's end, which is where all the accounts have to be done and filed and everything up to date, and I had to work over to get that done from 9 till 8. So an 11-hour work day. How am I going to get through this? I've got 17.5% rum, which is really tasty. It's quite a feminine drink, I will grant you that. And what that will do is give me a slight buzz, I think. So when I'm starting to flag a little bit, get a little bit tired, hopefully I can... Wehrmacht on Stursdorf does tend to operate within this west section of the game. Of course, for those unaware, this will leave access away from this fuel, this plus 16 fuel here. The American player Pepsi, so far, is trying to cap the east. So there you go, that dynamic will become in operation. You notice with Strategic Zoomcast, look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, the strange square of space, the viewfinder rather. Look at the viewfinder, it's bloody massive. Volksgrenadier engagement against a lonely engineer here. Good bit of barbed wire here, that'll stop using the trees as yellow cover. Very good from Convuko. What you will notice in this game is these players are experts. Company of Heroes 1 has been around for so long that those guys left behind are, you know, really bloody good basically. It's a little bit less of a forgiving game. I mean, Company of Heroes 2 has come a long way in lethality and making it more interesting, but Company of Heroes 1 is a little bit less forgiving, a little bit more difficult at the highest level due to a lot more things to think about and ways the game makes it harder for you. That's not a knock on Company of Heroes 2, that's just the way it is. Engineers against Volksgrenadiers, that's a pretty difficult matchup, especially because Volksgrenadiers coming back up. The Rifles are going to try and help out, but they're going to have to retreat, leaving the Riflemen to fend against themselves against 2 Volksgrenadiers. So it seems we've got an entirely Volksgrenadier-based build from Convuko so far. In the north, he is going to be able to keep this. He's going to have to stop capping the cut-off for the fuel. And he's going to have to go behind the green cover here, most likely, and wait. All the while the engineers are trying to cap because that plus 16 fuel does take a long time. A little bit to the west, you've got engineers capping the munitions. He's now going for the strategic point himself. Interestingly, the MG42 decided to open up between these 2 barracks buildings, they seem like. You will notice the lighting is very bright in this mod. It's the only way I could get rid of the fog, was to put the brightest mode on possible. It is quite bright. Hopefully it doesn't deter you from watching. Especially if you haven't seen Company of Heroes 1 for a while, you're like, did it look like this? No, it didn't look quite like this. It was a little bit more dark and dingy. This is the Strong House. That's how we refer to this building. In Stursdorf on Company of Heroes 2, it's already dominant on Stursdorf. In fact, especially because that point here is now the fuel. Pioneers... The 2-man Pioneer squad is utterly outmatched. It's going to have to be a quick retreat. He is very cleverly going around this shot blocker. Just try and keep it in the engagement as long as possible. MG42, that's the reason he was doing it. He was trying to get with the MG42 so it could give him some backup. Supply yard up for Pepsi. That's going to give him upkeep benefits, which will mean his overall Sniper on the field. There's a tier 1 unit. Interestingly, you'll notice it is possible to get into the opponent's base on Stursdorf. Something they never quite got fully. But what Pepsi's doing here is scouting. As I said, players at this stage in Convuko 2 are very... Oh, good mine there. Put a mine on the fuel, the Pioneers did. Very clever. That must have been why he was trying to bait. We didn't see that mine. I'll have to keep more of an eye out. There you go. Pepsi's in the base. He's going to try and kill this Pioneer squad. The Pioneer squad is trying to reinforce as we speak. It might get around the Wehrmacht quarters just in time. It does indeed just get around the Wehrmacht quarters. And he's now in range of the bunker MG. He's going to have to retreat. That was unfortunate for Pepsi. He is going to retreat without suffering too many casualties. Obviously, he is running across this road, which is a red cover road. Elsewhere, Pepsi hasn't managed to capture this fuel yet. Engineer could be going down. Does indeed go down. First squad wipe for Convuko, if that's how you say his name. I hope it is. So yeah, very, very prominent. We've got Pioneers in the house with Sniper back up there, going to push that squad away. Obviously, I'm very, very rusty when it comes to casting Coming Heroes 1, so you may have to bear with me at points whilst try and work out whether he's got things like tech grenades. Oh, there we go. Yeah, click F2 and he's teching grenades as we speak. I was expecting that a little bit earlier. Does have a 3 rifle build, 2 engineers, so he has got a little bit of manpower in the bank. There you go, another mine put in exactly the same point by Convuko, but this time the minesweepers do clear it up. MG42 hasn't done quite much yet, but he might be going for Stursdorf pin. The Stursdorf pin on the north side is mainly focused around one of these shed buildings and that building there. Meet the Stursdorf pin, meaning you can pretty much completely pin your opponent in his base. Obviously, we have gotten up to 7 minutes now, so an early pin is no longer an option. Grenades have arrived. In terms of fuel control, Pepsi has had this plus 10 for the majority of the game, and Convuko has had that plus 10 from the majority of the game, especially with the help of a few mines. Nobody has had the plus 16. It's been in pretty neutral territory for the majority so far. Sniper currently 6 kills. Good mine against Convuko. I count that 2 mines now that Pepsi has fallen into the traps of. He has got this engineer coming in. That is teching a flamethrower. And I'm feeling good. I'm enjoying this cast so far. I feel like I can carry on for the full however long it takes. I must be completely honest with you. I have tried a few casts this week after finishing long days at work, because I'm loving casting. I'm loving growing my YouTube channel again, and I'm loving posting on the coh2.org and Reddit, seeing what comments I get. So I'm very eager to see what you think of this episode. So please do tell me if it gives you a blast from the past, or if you want to see more of Come Heroes 1. I'm more than happy to oblige. To me, it doesn't matter if I get 100 viewers or 1,000, as long as I get some level of interaction, I guess. It's just nice to know that people are watching. And Come Heroes 1 is just such an awesome game. I was making a point before I went on a time. Pioneer could be going down. We did see another squad go down elsewhere. We will stick with this one. There you go, that Pioneer went down. The Sniper's in awfully bad territory. In fact, he could be going down. That would be Pepsi well into the lead, despite the manpower losses. Very lucky to get away. Has he got a med bunker? He does not have a med bunker. He will be forced to build one now, especially with that Sniper. Elsewhere, if we can find what died, would be helpful. We are going to miss that, unfortunately. Apologies for that. So we miss seeing one squad die to see another. And I'll stop going on tangents if there's some action. I do want to make some points. Oh yeah, I tried a few casts this week. Company Heroes 2 casts. One was a 2v2, and it turned out to be a Panzerwerfer game. God, there we go. Awesome wreckage there. The amount of units caught up in that grenade. That was a nuclear pineapple. Another squad down somewhere, I swear to God. Unless the announcer's lagging or something. Can't catch everything at one single escape. Good grenade again. But this rifleman goes down. That's so many wipes. Pepsi's got 3 squads. Let's have a quick check on Convuko. Now he's doing okay. He's got 2. He has lost a Volksgrenadier, of course. He has now got a Grenadier coming onto the field. They're fresh, so that confirms tier 2. In terms of Kampfkraft Grouper Centre, did I say that right? I can't remember. the veterancy building. Kampfkraft Grouper. No, Kampfkraft Centre. I think it might be Kampfkraft Centre. I'd be really pleased if I got that right. I really haven't got it right, have I? Yeah, I tried a 2v2 cast on Wednesday. That turned out to be Pan's worth of spam and pre-spam for the American player. And then I tried another cast. You may have seen the video I uploaded, actually. It was the one with the funny M20 crew killing its own M20. That cast was a little bit... the players made too many mistakes, and by 40 minutes in I was thinking, there's been too many mistakes now, and it just hasn't told a very good story. So I'd rather be quality over quantity. And when I was asking CoH1 players if there's any good replays they've had recently, and one of them gave me this replay, either Convuko or Pepsi, I won't tell you who gave it me, and they told me just how good it was, I was really excited. And it ended up being on Stursdorf as well, which was the last cast I did on CoH1 was also on Stursdorf, so it's kind of come full circle now. Rifleman in imminent danger. We do have the half track out. That is a very powerful unit in Company Heroes 1 especially. It seems to get a lot more kills due to the increased lethality, especially with a Pioneer in, because then it gets the rear gunner. It's all flooding back now. It's all flooding back. Another... No, not a wipe. Sorry, the icon does tend to disappear sometimes. Elsewhere, we've got this Volksgrenadier on 9 kills. Not bad at all. Volksgrenadier lagging behind on 2. And it does look like the Wehrmacht player may be, especially with this Grenadier capping this point here, about to cap the territory sector and the fuel. But Pepsi has used his... He's going straight with the motor depot, straight for the M10. And obviously he'll have to take for armour skirts. He does have munitions in the bag for armour skirts. Can't see many mines that Pepsi's laid. He has got a lot of munitions in the bag. And he hasn't gone a doctrine yet. Let's see what Convuko's done. He's not gone a doctrine either. So it is come to a standstill for now at least. Half track's having a little feel for the battlefield. It's a little bit advanced considering Pepsi could have been laying mines.
We are losing a munitions sector.
Good contingent of forces coming into the centre. He has now got the fuel. So this Greyhound armour car is out. He's going straight for the armour skirts and the gunner. So Pepsi's really going to be needing that thing to make massive progress considering he's lost several riflemen. I mean, Convuko's only lost a Volksgrenadier at this point, which are obviously worth less than a rifleman overall. However, we have seen Grenadier. We haven't seen Veterancy 1 for the infantry yet. It doesn't even have the centre yet. I'm really eager to see what that thing, exactly what that thing is called, just to see how close I was with my my faded Company Heroes 1 knowledge. I was very knowledgeable about this game at one point. Do have M40s on that squad. M10's ready for battle now. Good use of the engineer squad lost here. So unfortunately, Pepsi, I thought he would retreat from that, so that's why I stopped focusing on it. Pepsi was too busy focusing on this engagement, and he did lose another rifleman. Engineer goes down as well. Pepsi is losing units for fun at this point. His preservation really hasn't been too great. It may result in this being a really long contest at this rate, especially if the M10 can make his way back into it. And seeing as since Popcat, he's got 26. Convuko has 36. He has gone for Terror Doctrine, proper propaganda war there displayed. I was calling that thing an M10, wasn't I? Of course it is an M8, I'm so sorry. It's Americans' fault though, because they named all their things too familiar names, too repetitive names. Everything's an M. That's why I like the nicknames you get for things. Obviously this is the Greyhound. He has got a second M8 on the field as well. That's now just finishing its second tech. So there you go. All his munitions have been spent. He's down to 60 now, which explains why he wasn't going mines, I guess. Of course, he is against the good long-range shot there. Sniper in Company Heroes 1 for the Company Heroes 2 players that have never played this game is very good against buildings. It can cloak out of cover, so it is a lot more powerful than Company Heroes 2, where the sniper has come into its own thanks to its fantastic health. Fantastically large health buffs, but that's just making it for the fact it doesn't have cloak and it can't attack men in buildings really. So already 3 kills, 1 kill. Pretty damn good so far from the M8s.
We're at
Sorry about
200
this.
points.
Yes, it was kills. God, I was really scared. I was reading the in Company of 1. If you click on it, it gives its overall what it's meant to be effective against, and I thought I was reading that. Thank God I wasn't. Now we're going to have to see the M8s go back into base for some much needed repairs. We have got the triage up. Kampfkraft Center, I was right! Yes! Victory! The Shrek's going to get a good shot off against this M8 if the trajectory's right, especially this Shrek. This M8's an immediate peril, especially with a Faust off, possibly. Vet 1 is confirmed. Oh my god, the M8 could be going down. A little bit sloppy from Pepsi there, you just need to keep reversing.
The Huns are taking our
One would think. He is behind this van now. No, he gets away. That's sorry, sorry Pepsi. That was good play.
Ready to go.
Picking on the Volksgrenadiers there, an excellent strategy. I can't see a pack from Convuko. Let's quickly check his point of view. Yes, he does have a pack in the north. There it is. Sulking around. Let's keep the Wehrmacht as red and the Americans as blue. That's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. Good, it shots off against... There you go, that was an amazing wipe against that MG there, so he fully loses that MG42 as it was holding the weapon on retreat.
We're losing ground out there.
Sniper putting consistent pressure now. This thing's up to 18 kills and it doesn't look like it's going to stop soon. The pack is going to have to reverse out of there. No, it's going to get taken more than likely. There doesn't seem to be much Wehrmacht backup, so pack in American hands isn't as much of a problem as you might think, because in CoH1, American packs are actually quite good. Not packs, but anti-tank ones, of course. Volksgrenadiers could be going down. One man with a tiny, minuscule amount of health. Snipers are in immediate danger of being found out. All the while, the Grenadiers are coming in. Sniper still in cloak. Very, very precarious position there for the sniper. He's going to open up. Didn't have time to focus fire it. No grenades thrown in quite yet. In fact, a Grenadier grenade goes in. Using the half-track to reinforce. It doesn't look like an engagement Pepsi can win. Grenade goes off against... Oh, decent grenade. 2 kills. More kills for the Wehrmacht player, though. And here comes the M8. 2 Shreks, though, against that. If they both hit, that could be dangerous for the M8. Americans have gone infantry doctrine, so he has gone the right side, which is the artillery side for now, but that doesn't mean he won't be going on from that combat group. The M8 does get hit by 2 Shreks there, and this will be the Wehrmacht's chance to get its pack back. I think Pepsi should have focused on getting that, to be honest. Just getting heals for the rifleman currently. These Volksgrenadiers are the guys that got the wipe. They do have 17 kills. Let's have a look at Pepsi's veterancy so far. He's just got 1 bar of veterancy on 3 rifleman squads. Not an ideal situation heading into the 18th minute of the game.
They're taking one of our points.
Just going to quickly turn Steam notifications off. Oh god, that was big. Ah! Stop opening up on this screen, you naughty. What are you doing? Offline. There we go. Sorry, so just to stop a tiny window, I just filled the entire casting screen. That's amazing by me. He does have sticky bombs researching, so he has spent a significant amount of fuel right now. Obviously, he's going to be hoping for M10s with the automatch combat group, no doubt. The second MG42 built is now exerting itself pretty well. The M8 did push away this Volksgrenadier. They were in imminent danger of dying. Half-track's doing really well. It does have the Pioneer within it. And it must be said that Wehrmacht have now had this fuel for a long time. MG42 decrewed. Composition B is in. The M8s are coming in for the kill. Will they get the final shot? They do indeed. Killing the Pioneers inside. It did not get them out. Convuko, bad play by him. Second engineer built. Obviously the flame engineer did die. So 3 engineers total built this game. Well, including the one they start with, of course. 100 points remaining for Pepsi. Are you kidding me? God, that's 19 minutes in. He's already down to 100 points. I have not even kept an eye on them, on the victory points, and it seems Pepsi hasn't either.
Enemy unit down.
Good wipe by Pepsi there. Does seem that that was this squad here. Can't keep an eye on all the action at all times. Well, I can if I go out, but then we lose icons. God, this M8 is up to 10 kills. He's kept these things alive just about. There's the hard truck that died. There's the other M8 on 5 kills. I was scared we'd missed one going down there. So he's gone for the off-map artillery. The right side of the infantry company doctrine, if I believe it's called. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong. The right side has the howitzer as well. The left side is more focused on, of course, getting the off-map combat group and mines and stuff for riflemen. Although it actually doesn't seem to have utilised mines at all, really. Veteran 2 in for the grenade for the infantry. Not only will they have healing, they'll have substantial defensive buffs as well. Here come the grenadier squads. So now these have veterans 2. They're going to be a real force to be contended with. The mate's pretty impervious. Obviously, they can fear the Faust just about. No, he's just going to get the hell out of there. He doesn't want to fight that. And then there's a chance for the Grenadier to cap the high fuel point.
We're losing a munitions point.
All the while, we've got a standoff here. Looks like the MG's looking to open up on the Bard Rifleman now. So that's pretty much every... It is, in fact, every barracks upgrade updated for Pepsi. There you go. I think that was a mine. So Pepsi is laying mines. It was something. Here come the M8s. What damage can they do? Looks like Convuko's going for the Shrek, but he's got 2 bars. Now we've got Veterancy 2 on this. That was a bad decision. We've got a Vet 2 M8 as well now. He was waiting for the pack to open up. It does get one shot in. This M8 is vulnerable. Will the pack get the kill? Not quite. I think he might have lost line of sight there. Good shot in on the MG there. That's the second MG's also been gone down. GG called by Convuko already. That's a good comeback by Pepsi. He really fought hard to get back into that. And I thought we were in for a longer game, I must be honest. Possibly a premature GG. I think, obviously, Pepsi is the one that gave me that now. But I think we've got potential here. It was a nice, quick game. It was a nice, quick cast, I guess. Or I could carry on. I could cast some Convuko Heroes 2 because I've had a tournament game in. Shall we do that? No, I'll leave it there. I am going to cast a lot of my tournaments over this weekend. Let me get that up before I bring my own personal email up. That's not a great idea in front of strangers, is it? Not saying you're bad people, but you know what I mean. Let's have a quick look at the brackets, see what we're up to. Alright, this is the brackets. We're now in round 3. So this is Convuko Heroes 2, by the way, so back to the future. The left side of the brackets is looking really tasty. Jesulin versus CS, so that's going to be an excellent game. Jesulin obviously being the #1 seed. Momo versus Shukanoku. That's not to be confused with Convuko, who we just saw in Convuko Heroes 1. Pardon me. Storm Tiger Giap versus Cow. Storm Tiger Giap obviously is a guy that is a real player, and he's actually saying, you did say to me that this might be his last 1 versus 1 tournament, so it's his last chance to really stake his claim on Convuko Heroes 1 versus 1 scene. Cal came through the wildcard tourney, and he's actually turned out to be quite a good player. He knocked out Devil's Brigade 2-0, so he's a real dark horse. Not a smurf. He has got a legitimate account. He's just I think he was a decent 2v2 player or something like that. Aspag versus Lyconius, that's going to be a keen game. Loveness versus Dusty. Von Esten versus Royal Hans. So real good side of the bracket there. Helping Hands versus RTN Alexander. Now RTN Alexander's a real strategical guy. He loves talking about strategies to me on Steam. And Redbeard versus Tomikaze. I actually know the result of that game. I may be casting it though. That might be Strategic Zoomcast episode 8, which I'll be doing tomorrow. I'm not sure on that yet, but I'll see what rolls in tomorrow, and I'll make my mind up based on that. But anyway, thank you for watching Convuko Heroes 1 cast. It's been really fun to, cast that, even if it was 22 minutes. It was 22 minutes of interesting dynamics in action. And Thank you and goodbye.